Ever wonder where real global power is actually decided, behind the polished diplomatic smiles and grand military parades? It's certainly not inside those massive glass buildings. This new era is controlled by flashing news tickers. Just a careless joke or a single post from a powerful billionaire is enough to send global markets into a tailspin. Yet, the real script is always hidden behind the floral arrangements. Tense closed-door meetings, a sudden midnight press conference. Orders are issued decisively, without hesitation. What do you think they're so afraid of? Prominent figures step up to the podium. All eyes are on every gesture of the former commander-in-chief. An ironclad statement is delivered to the press. But is the truth behind it as simple as the promises made? Even the mightiest empire occasionally shows vulnerability within its core ranks. A great flag flies proudly in the wind, but can that prestige hide the growing fractures underneath? Meanwhile, halfway across the globe, armored motorcades roll quietly. Beneath the shadow of the red flag, heads of state step out, carrying a massive ambition to completely reshape the new world order. They thoughtfully reassess the geopolitical chessboard. From the vastness of space, giant steel fleets carve through the waves. This game isn't for the faint of heart. Massive infrastructure blueprints continue to be drafted. Enormous cash flows pour into bustling megaports day and night. Power today is measured by the cargo containers weaving across 5 continents. And when law becomes a political tool, thick dossiers are immediately opened. The honor guard stands tall and majestic, masking the ruthless calculations behind a cold pointing finger on a military map. Beneath dazzling crystal chandeliers, justice sometimes wears a very different face. The solemn silence of the Supreme Court highlights an ultimate thirst for power. Did you catch that look of desire? To maintain supremacy, sometimes one must trade away their own people's interests. The anthem plays, the flag ceremony is solemn, but the hushed whispers in dark corners are what truly dictate the next move. VIP jets touch down continuously, bringing high-level deliberations. The bloodless war rages on right across these quiet conference tables. The tide of commerce surges forward despite all barriers and sanctions. The flags of 2 nations fly, a warm diplomatic handshake is exchanged. But who is truly holding the cards in this high-stakes game? Media lenses capture every picture-perfect smile. But with just a quick signature scribbled on a page, the fate of thousands of lives can instantly pivot. Soldiers march out once again. An endless historical cycle repeating itself. And here is the plot twist of our era. The strong don't necessarily win in the courtroom. The gavel strikes, the honor guard stomps in unison, but the real enemy is hiding with a smile, right behind their backs. An armored convoy speeds into the uncertain night. Only those vast, majestic mountains stand as silent witnesses to the rise and fall of a golden age. So, in the end, who is truly pulling the strings of this entire global order? A diplomatic handshake might seem like mere ceremony, but behind it, thousands of hectares of green energy are born. You think today's greatest power is military might? No, it belongs to whoever controls the flow of energy. Amidst a crowded summit of calculations, an energy tower rises starkly from the desert. It's not a sci-fi movie scene. It's how the future is being rewritten. Whoever holds the tech writes the rules. A glittering gold medal is handed over just as a cold finger points directly at a global choke point on the map. Diplomacy was never a paper game. It's the art of slicing the pie to forge new strategic alliances. Grand speeches echo from major forums, followed by lightning-fast signatures on billion-dollar treaties. A single stroke of a pen here is sometimes worth decades of exhausting negotiations. The relentless pounding of pile drivers echoes from mega construction sites. Tight grips solidify alliances right beneath historical monuments. Ignore the noisy debates. A new era is quietly laying its foundation right beneath our feet. And so, natural gas continues to flow through colossal pipelines, defying all barriers. Radiant billboards light up a sprawling, bustling metropolis. Because, in the end, the economy is the only lifeblood that fuels all political ambition. The diplomatic envoys depart, leaving the flag flying proudly against the sky. On this grand chessboard, every move is brutally calculated. There is absolutely no room for coincidence or luck. Endless rows of solar panels blanket the wasteland as far as the eye can see. A fleeting interview accidentally exposes backdoor deals, leading up to the ultimate handshake from supreme leaders that dictates the fate of millions. And the Earth continues its cold spin in the vastness of space. History doesn't judge right or wrong. It only remembers those who adapt and forge the new rules. Are you ready to be a part of this new world order, or will you accept standing on the sidelines?